everybody, it's Michelle and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. I want to welcome all of my brand new subscribers. I've gained over 1,100 subscribers since yesterday when I appeared on Andy's show Popcorn Palace. So thank you and welcome to all of my brand new subscribers. I hope you will enjoy yourself over here on the Royal Daily Tea. But you guys, today we're going to do a very special video. We're going to do my 2024 Royal Family predictions. Now, I did the 2023 Royal Family predictions and you guys really enjoyed that. So if you haven't watched it, I will give you a link down in the description. Now, I am not a psychic. I don't have a crystal ball. This is just for entertainment purposes only. These are just my opinions, and feel free to share your 2024 predictions in the comments below. But before we get into the new 2024 predictions, I thought it would be fun to kind of reminisce and recap some of the major 2023 predictions that I made to see which ones I was correct and which ones were wrong. So the very first one, I did predict we would have one, possibly two royal babies. Now I was envisioning Eugenie and Beatrice both being pregnant at the same time. Now, I was correct that Eugenie did have her second baby. However, Beatrice was not pregnant. Now, I am going to give myself a half point because James Middleton, the brother of Catherine, had a baby. So was that a royal baby? I would say a royal baby adjacent, but Eugenie did in fact have a second child. The other thing I really thought was going to happen over this Christmas holiday was I predicted that Peter Phillips, Princess Anne's son, and his new girlfriend, Lindsay Wallace, were going to get engaged. Well, as of today, December 30th, there is no news of an engagement, but who knows? Maybe he'll do it on New Year's Eve. So far, Beatrice not being pregnant and Peter Phillips not getting engaged are two royal predictions that did not come true. Now, I also predicted that William and Catherine, since the Queen has passed away, could possibly move to Windsor Castle. Well, we all know that was a complete fail. They're staying at Adelaide Cottage. Although, wouldn't it be hilarious if they moved into Frogmore Cottage just to piss off the gruesome twosome in Montecito? But I have a feeling Catherine and William are going to stay put in Adelaide Cottage, at least for a couple of years. Now, I also predicted that Harry's book Spare would be a bestseller in the first couple of weeks since it came out, but afterwards it would tank. And I would say I am right on the money on that prediction. We all know that Harry's book Spare is the #1 returned book of 2023. It is so bad, it is like a locust has taken over the hotels of Europe. People can't get rid of it fast enough. And we all know they were fudging the numbers and giving people 2 books for the price of 1. So Prince Harry's book really was not a bestseller, and news has come out, as I've also mentioned, Penguin Random House, guys, didn't make a profit. They made the mistake of giving Prince Harry a $20 million advance, and his book did not make that in profit, which is really, really sad. So Penguin Random House is learning the hard way. Harry and Meghan do not equal dollars. I also predicted that 2023 would be Harry and Meghan's honest horribilis, which means worst year ever. And I would have to say I was right. 2023 was not kind to Megsy and Prince Howie at all. It was a pretty bad year. They had the New York City car chase. They had the embarrassment of his book Spare coming out and then tanking. They had them losing their Spotify deal. They got made fun of on The Family Guy and on South Park. I mean, they've turned into a joke. Didn't land any big brand deals. I would definitely say 2023, in my opinion, was an honest horribilis for Harry and Meghan. I also predicted that the royal family would become more popular, and well, they have. So far, some of my major 2023 predictions came true, and of course, some of them didn't. But you guys, we have a lot of juicy 2024 predictions coming up. Okay, so starting off, like they're not going to be like actual dates, but just kind of time frames for my 2024 predictions. But I do think that the royal family is going to make some major updates to the royal website in 2024. Now it's going to be very hush-hush. They're not going to make an announcement, but of course people are going to notice as they always do. Now I believe they are going to remove the others, Harry, Meghan, and Andrew, from the royal family web page, and it's only going to focus on the current working royals. This would kind of be a continuation of their branding, how on social media they only highlight the working royals and only celebrate the birthdays of the working royals. This would kind of be some continuity across the board. Now, a lot of people are upset that the royal family hasn't removed them from the website, but again, everything is done in the royal family's time frame, and everything has to be done strategically. If they would have removed them from the website immediately after Spare, immediately after Endgame, immediately after Oprah, everyone would say, see, Harry's a victim. They're punishing him. They're retaliating against him. So they couldn't do it. But if they do it at the beginning of the new year, they can simply say it's the new year. We're updating the website and we made changes that needed to be made. That way they can't say they're punishing Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan can't play the victim card once again. So I do think the royal website will be updated in early 2024, and it's going to be a doozy. I also believe that the royal family is going to continue with their behind-the-scene coverage of major royal events, just like the new documentary that came out showing the behind the scenes of King Charles's first year as king was a ratings bonanza. People loved it. As I predicted, we're going to start seeing a lot more of the royals kind of in a relaxed behind the scenes. It's going to help the royals with their popularity, make them more relatable. And again, people love it. The Waleses just released their 2023 year in review recap on social media showing their highlights. Their social media team is doing a phenomenal job, and their digital presence is going to continue to expand in 2024. I also believe that William and Catherine are definitely going to step up their royal duties in 2024. It's not going to be a dramatic or huge increase, but I do see about a 30% increase in William and Catherine doing more royal duties. The thing about William and Catherine is they're focusing more on the big picture projects versus a lot of these little projects that the older royals have been doing for them. But as we know, there were quite a few working royals over the age of 80 whose health are starting to deteriorate, and I don't think they're going to be there long. I hate to say it, but I really do feel that in 2024, 2025, some of the Queen's older cousins are going to retire. And again, I think that somebody has to pick up the slack, and Princess Anne can't do it all. So I do believe that William and Catherine are going to step up around 20 to 30%, and they're going to start doing more of these smaller royal engagements that they tend not to do. I also believe that over the next probably 2 to 3 years, we are going to start seeing a very small influx of people like Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, and possibly Zara and Mike Tyndall coming in to help the royal family with some minor royal duties. Now, most recently, Fergie has been brought back into the fold of the royal family after a 32-year absence from being welcomed on the Christmas morning walk. And news came out that Fergie is also receiving a royal burial. Now, I'm not saying Fergie or Andrew are going to be out doing royal duties, but I can see Princess Beatrice, her husband Edo, Mike Tyndall, Zara, and possibly Eugenie doing a couple of duties. Now, we all know that Eugenie is very close to Harry and Meghan. A lot of people think she's the royal mole. They don't like her. They don't trust her. However, I do believe things have changed. If you've noticed, the royal family has really put up a huge united front. They are rallying in all their wagons and they're pulling their family all together. I believe that everyone understands they're under attack. And Harry and Meghan, in my opinion, have never been further away from the royal family as they are now. I believe Endgame really ended any reconciliation that the royal family could have had with Harry and Meghan. I also believe the relationship between Princess Eugenie and Harry has been altered. I'm not saying that they're not talking, that they don't love each other, but I do believe, in my opinion, that Eugenie is kind of siding more with the royal family. If you've noticed, most recently, she's made positive comments in support of King Charles and Prince William. Not to mention, they have now brought Fergie back with the family and Andrew back with the family. The biggest problem that Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice had with King Charles and Prince William was the treatment of Fergie and Andrew. But now that they're back into the royal fold and they're all standing together, I believe they've chosen their side very quietly. They're standing with the family because I believe even Princess Eugenie is like, Harry, give it a rest. It's been almost 4 years. Quit with the victim mentality. You know, Endgame, Spare, the Oprah interview, the Netflix series. It's like, when is it gonna stop? I believe she's like done with it. She's tired of hearing how he's a poor victim, and she's standing with her family. That is why I believe the royal family is going to sweeten the pot, and they're going to be like, hey, you want to do a royal duty? Here you go, Eugenie. See, we're not so bad. We even brought out your mom. So I do believe they're rallying their wagons and they're all standing together because they know they are all stronger together against people like Harry and Meghan. So don't be surprised if in late 2024, 2025, you're going to start seeing Mike Tyndall, Zara, Eugenie, and Beatrice coming out and doing minor royal duties. I also believe that WME is going to mutually part ways with Meghan Markle, meaning they're going to dump Meghan Markle. They're going to let the contract expire in April, and they're going to pretend it was mutual. But we all know they're literally waiting, counting down the moments till they can get rid of Meghan Markle. Now, I also believe that Meghan Markle is going to become very desperate, more than she is now, especially after she ends her contract with WME. I believe we're going to start seeing Meghan Markle pop up in a lot of very awkward and embarrassing cameos. That's right, she might appear on shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. There's a rumor that there is a Suits reboot happening with a brand new cast, and I believe that she might make a cameo appearance. She's not going to return full-time to acting because, quite frankly, she can't get the work. I believe she's going to make a small cameo appearance on a possible reboot of Suits, and she might be doing a little bit of one-off episodes here or there on some fledgling TV shows that are desperate to have ratings. So they might throw in Meghan Markle and give her a line or two. I believe she's going to be very, very desperate to be out there because WME is going to dump her. No one else is going to sign her. So she's going to be reduced to the princess of cameos. It's going to be like the coffee commercial 2.0. I also believe we're going to have quite a few pregnancies. If you remember in 2022, 2023, we had a lot of royal weddings, and I'm predicting the Jordanian royals, Princess Rajwa, is going to become pregnant probably in late 2024, leading into 2025. She is going to turn 30 this year, and he is the heir to the throne. If you remember, Catherine was also 29 when she married Prince William, and she was 31 when she had Prince George. So aligning with the time frame of pregnancies, I do predict within the next year and a half, we will have another royal baby. I also am going to put out there again that Princess Beatrice could possibly be pregnant by the end of 2024, and a Spencer, possibly Kitty Spencer or Amelia Spencer, the cousins of William and Harry, they also could possibly have a pregnancy. I also believe that Harry is going to start losing all of his lawsuits, especially with the Home Office. I don't believe he's going to have security from the Metropolitan Police, and I believe that Samantha Markle is going to win her lawsuit against Meghan Markle. It's not going to be a huge win, but she's definitely going to win a mid-six-figure income. I also believe that Harry and Meghan are going to have a lot of problems with Archwell Foundation and Archwell Productions with keeping staff. It is going to be a mass exodus of employees constantly leaving the company. And I also believe they're going to have a lot more financial difficulties leading into 2025. And my final prediction is I believe that Netflix is definitely not going to renew the contract with Harry and Meghan. Now, the contract with Netflix expires in mid-2025, but I predict they could possibly cut their losses a little bit early in 2024. I'm also going to predict that their projects that they have in the works, remember they're doing that remake of Great Expectations kind of movie, and the other one that was based off the book Meet Me at the Lake, which was pretty much about Harry and Meghan. Netflix bought the rights to that book. I believe that Harry and Meghan are going to blow it, and that Netflix is going to give it to somebody else. That's right. I don't think Harry and Meghan are ever going to get that project off the ground, leading to them getting kicked out of their contract or letting it expire. I don't see Harry and Meghan being connected with Netflix past 2025, but I really do think it's going to run its course by the end of 2024 with no more projects. And finally, I do predict there's also going to be a lot more honest horribilis for Harry and Meghan. I think it's just going to keep on going down as they are still on that Titanic waiting for the final iceberg to hit. I don't think it's going to finally hit until 2027. As I predicted, I think their marriage is going to be done by 2027, but I predict 2024 is going to be another honest horribilis for Harry and Meghan, especially with their finances. Well, guys, that is all of the 2024 royal predictions that I have for you today. Let me know if you agreed with my predictions, and if you have any of your own royal predictions, leave them in the comments below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here, and I want to wish y'all a very happy and safe 2024. Bye, guys.